Hi, good morning, Corrie Thorne, spiritual healer, channel, mystic, all things that are to do with spiritual and emotional healing and the journey through. I am a channel to the divine and to the beings that are out there in the Palladian world. And I have this, and to Jesus. And I have this amazing, I don't know if it's amazing, I don't know what it really is yet, but I've had this channeling message that started to come during the night last night. And I have to get it out there. I have to put it out because it's literally like the anxiety inside of me is so much trying to connect to this, trying to um, hold it back, but it will not let me hold it back. What is being given to me is over the past few days, I have been connecting and seeing seven stars. And the seven stars feel like they are steps. Like it is like we are like climbing these steps, and I'm climbing up these seven steps. Last night I seen this star fall, and as I seen the star fall, I seen ashes. And I've spoke about ashes, I've spoke about storms, I spoke about many things. And I've seen this star fall, and as this star fell, it fell into what looked like water, or it looked like it fell into something, but the ashes still came, and the whole earth became covered in ashes. And I kept hearing, um, there's a revelation to be, or there's revelations, revelations, revelations. And so to allow this message to come all the way through is that I find myself having to keep go inward into this deep-seated channel and to become the essence of the star beings, to be the star seed energy. And this is not new to me, but I'm a little bit kind of blushy about speaking this or communicating these messages through because it is really woo-woo. And so as I'm going to let them fill this space and fill this room, I'm going to give them the opportunity to speak whatever it is they need to give to us as humanity, to give to humanity in a channeled message. And it is the fall of what looks like an asteroid, but it is the fall of a star. It is the Death Star, and there's a Death Star that is falling. And as if we never thought these stars would fall, there's many stars, whether human stars or many people who have stepped up to be some sort of celebrity or some sort of voice. There is to be some falls. There's to be a fall of a star. To be a fall of an actual star. I'm seeing there is an arch, and through this arch there is I hear it being called like the kingdom of the kingdom, the balancing between heaven and earth, the entrance into a portal into a place of the immortal and immortal beings, and how we connect and how you connect to death, and seeing things as death, we see it as opportunity for rebirth. And there is a change, a shift that is coming, and we are moving and we are shifting energy. And as this star falls, this star will be catastrophic in a lot of areas, but it is an opportunity. It is a change. There will be ashes and there will be darkness. There is to be days of darkness. Whether this is in a personal journey or whether this is in a world spectrum, I feel as if we are being told that if you are a light worker, a star seed, if you are connected to the Palladian, if you are connected to the power of the seven stars, the seven seeds, the Palladian. If you are connected to the seven sisters, that it's like one will have to go missing, one will have to die, but it's outside of them. There is a missing piece, a missing element that we are missing that could stop some of this from happening, but it's yet to come. I feel as if somebody on earth will be exposing or and not being able to keep some sort of secrets that they've kept for a long time, that exposes somebody or somebody upon the that exposes a human being who has a lot of money and a lot of potential, a lot of power up on this earth to be godly or to have taken on the ego of being godly like, and there will be some sort of secrecy exposed from this. We are exposing the world to the truth of how human everybody is, that no matter how big or how mighty you may think you may become, you are very little. There's a change. And we don't mean to say this in a way to be in any way to bring hurt or to harm, but to bring change. That with or without cooperation, the change is happening. There is to be with it some dark days, some some charges that will have to come, but the effects will affect the world. You will lose connection somehow. There will be connection loss, whether it will be Wi-Fi or connection to being able to fly flights, but you will not be able to get to where you thought you could get to. There will not be the travel. There will be a humbling, a reminder of humanity and how much we love humanity. We will keep you safe. You will be safe during these times, but the change is inevitable. And as the change unfolds and as the change comes through, that you have to trust that we will bring forth what will be needed for the new earth. And it is not of the energy of those who came with a human projection of energy from we want to say we want to say this started when you felt the hurt of the wars, when you felt the hurt of the wars, when you felt the hurt of dignity, of not dignity, that's a Corrie word, of humanity, of of humanity. Corey's really struggling to stay with us, but she's asking us to stay with, we're asking her to stay with us, to let us communicate this through. Dear loved ones, birth and life as you have known it will go through a big change, whether this is in your near future or within the next 7, 8 years. But there is to be a star to fall. There is to be a Death Star. There is to be a ending. We are picking up the parallel 33. That's the coordinations that we can give you of where death of one old story will end. But a portal, there is a portal, there is a door somewhere in your area, in that area, that will link and bring in the new human. And the new human is now being created through the cellular structure, structural changes that is taking place. There is to be a rise in the old human, in the violence of the old human ways, to continue to hold on to the way things used to be. That is not to be. We have one of the seven who shyly tries to run away from the mission. And we believe and we know her to be that of Corrie, to know that she is the one who is trying to shyly run away from all the wisdom and knowledge that is being given to her to bring forth information from a loving way, in a loving way, that can help in some way in the future of humanity. The person she is speaking of, the person that we are speaking of through her, is the person who the world somehow either admires or dislikes greatly, but has much power and has much control. And it will be a tumbling of blocks, looks like blocks of of human behavior that will fall over. It will not be the rise of the ancient human ways that we are speaking of. It is not of the essence of even Corey's ancestors. It is the ancestors before Earth. As we rise from the ground up, as we rise from the sides in, but the equator is the divide, as if we open up and we go to the core of Mother Earth. And 33, the parallel of 33. And we also are providing to you a date of June the 21st, a day of a cusp of energy, a change, a 0 degree of a equinox energy is what we believe you use as your language to describe this, as this is a big change, um, not just a shift in how many hours you spend exposed to the sunlight, but that you may notice your sun may not be as apparent. Whether this is 2021 or 2026, there's a pendulum of energy that is spinning, that is waving back and forth, that it will know when it's not up and down, it's arc. This is in the arc, and it's an experience of hell on earth that reminds you of what heaven on earth should be. As we hold you safe and we use the energy and the power of our light workers and of our star seeds and of those who are of this world out here, that we bring in a smile to you, that life will be okay. You'll be okay. Some will not. But you will hear what you call the trumpets. You will hear the seven bells, the seven warnings, and there will be a flyover of what looks like a dragon energy to you with big wings. You may call it demons, but this is the removal of some of the this is the removal of some of the negative that has controlled your world for too long. We are bringing forth for you an opportunity to allow yourselves to embrace and embody the light being that's within, and to know that sometimes the pain that we cause in the body is because we have to fold ourselves into you. You're a little being, and we're not so little. And as we provide the light, we also provide you the safety, the protection. And you will know that there will be prophecies of things that you called conspiracies that will come to life, that will come to light. And there's other things that have been pushed as agendas or truths that were truths. There's a little bit of on both sides. We don't put, as you say, all the eggs in one basket. We have one of your beings who walked upon earth who would always speak of, don't put all your eggs in one basket. And whatever you did, and wherever you're looking, for some reason, you're putting all of your eggs in one basket. Imagine that there is an opening right now that allows you to let your thoughts go into the opening that we open in the middle of the portal, of the stories and the energy that if we let die now, we'll have less of this heavy, what you call negative energy spiraling on earth. And we will rise the vibration and rise the energy. So the impact and the damage will not be as catastrophic, but will still appear. We see them bringing in what looks like white trucks, all going into this, what looks like a deserty area, vans, trucks. We feel as if they have some sort of, we know they have some sort of mechanical devices that they're trying to use or they're going to use. And the level of success, it's undetermined yet. But there is underground another place that we can come in because you forget that Earth is ultimately not on a big rock. We can get in from the bottom, from the top, from the sides. So we're rising the beautiful light energy from the bottom to bring in underground workers of brilliant minds to hopefully diffuse a lot of what is taking place upon your earth. And as we do, you will find out and learn more about how your animals, your elephants, are the greatest guides and teachers that you have, for they will know the way and they will know where to go and they will start to migrate and change direction and start to go a different way before the humans, for they know what is to come, for they know what has happened before. And once again, years down the road, we will be digging up new fossils. So change is in the air, but as is love. You can hear us even in the seashells, but we will be there as the waters come in the shores, as the darkness comes, as the days and nights change. We will be there, and your world will light up again. The star will have to fall. Things will dismantle and distract. And there is a clear crystal blue eyes that I see in what you may think is a darkness, but it will be the light coming through the dark. As the angelic realm will be there to protect you, to be present. As we call in all the lion, the ego, the eagle, the human existence will depend upon the animals, for they have no connection to your narratives and stories. And they will guide away from what will drop in the middle and the ripple effects that are to come. And it shall then come peace. Lights will go back, and your sun will rise again. And once again, you will smile again. And for this, we say thank you for listening. Thank you for being with us. And know that we are your friends. Many blessings.